Do you realize that photography is not only a means for you to express your creativity, but that it can also be a phenomenal tool to literally transform your life? Photography as a means of self-expression and self-realization, really as a practice of self-development, can bring you alive in a way that you just never imagined possible. The truth is that most photographers don't know how to tap into their creativity and make truly soul-stopping images. Photography is a huge passion for them, but they can't translate their passion into their picture taking. Creatively, they're stuck. And what I've discovered is that people who are creatively stuck are stuck, period. And that hurts. It's agonizing knowing that you've got this beautiful vision and talent, but you don't have the means to express it. Your camera is an insanely powerful tool, and with the right training, you can learn to confidently create not only deeply meaningful photographs, but also a deeply meaningful creative life. A soul-inspired life filled with passion and purpose. Imagine creating and living from your heart and being loved and celebrated for the real you, the very best you. That beautiful, quirky, creative you that for 101 reasons has been tucked away for far too long. It's horrible feeling guilty that you'll disappoint people if you allow the real you to shine and focus your time and energy on your life, especially on your creative life. Do you ever find yourself staring into a mirror and wondering who the hell is that staring back at you? Maybe you're clinging to an identity that no longer serves you. Maybe you've lost your way, and anxiety and fear have gotten the best of you, like a caterpillar that's been tightly wound with everyone else's needs and expectations. You know that buried deep inside there's a beautiful butterfly begging to be unraveled and set free. You can create another path, another vision, another strategy with you at the center of the process. That path, that process, is creativity, and the miraculous tool that will take you from suffering to celebration is your photography. I've devoted more than 25 years refining a methodology that does exactly that, and it's called shooting from the heart. I've taught the shooting from the heart method in workshops here in the US and in a Panasonic sponsored workshop in Tuscany, and I've used it with private coaching clients who are committed to creating a soul-driven vision for their life and their work. I also published a book by the same title. My name is Rob Goldman, and I've been an internationally published photographer, educator, author, and creativity coach for over 30 years. For the first half of my career, I photographed for a slew of national and international magazines, including Cosmopolitan, Brides Magazine, and Time. And my images have been used in major ad campaigns for companies like Club Med, Nikon, Microsoft, and Marriott, just to name a few. I certainly could never imagine a thriving career as a fine art photographer whose work was reviewed by the New York Times, that called my photographs, quote, the product of a camera held by hands trembling with the thrill of clandestine observation. I also became a college educator, the founder of 2 photography galleries, the creator of a renowned youth empowerment program that was featured on National Public Radio, and the presenter of 2 TED Talks. Photography now serves a very different role in my life, as an integral part of my deepest joy and expression. It has become my dependable friend, my confidant, and my incomparable tool for diving into dangerous, taboo territories. After working with hundreds of photography students, young and old, amateur and professional, I've come to clearly understand that there are 5 critical steps that enable creative transformation. The first step is to awaken curiosity. In this crucial step, your deepest passions and desires, as well as your quirks and your fears, are brought into the light. It's vulnerability that allows the genius of your vision to be revealed. And trust me, that genius lies within all of us. but so often it's been buried under fear and a need to conform or to belong. But curiosity is the doorway that sets your imagination free to visualize deeply personal, creative photographs, perhaps like you've never allowed yourself to imagine. Play, as it turns out, is a crucial component in breaking down walls of conformity. I've discovered that exercises and games have an ability to shortcut this process. The Lithography, for example, is a game where people assume the identity of a fictitious person and create photographs as that person.
I am Fernando Garcia Lopez. How are you?
Another powerful tool for igniting curiosity is what I call holding hands with the world's greatest photographers, identifying and befriending your photographer heroes through books and videos and films. It is a surefire way to fan the flames of curiosity and pave a path toward bold, beautiful expression. Step 2 is to ignite passion. Curiosity naturally leads to connection, and connection leads to love. And then deep love leads to passion. And passion, as it turns out, is the greatest motivator of all. Once your work is aligned with your soul's desire, there will no longer be a need for external motivation. That's what people mean when they refer to someone as being on fire. Passion is driving them from the inside out, and there's no stopping them. As you let go of the supposed to's and embrace the I'd love to's, your photographs will instinctively reveal the beauty and power of your unique creative voice. Step 3 is about cultivating mastery. This is where dedication to a long-term project invites you to take the deep dive into the heart of desire, focusing your efforts with crystal clear intention. I've had the privilege of sharing over-the-top celebrations with my students, most of whom could never have imagined how far they could go. It's amazing to see students and their work featured in galleries, museums, books, magazines, websites, even TV shows. Step 4 insists on celebration. Upon completion of a project, it is so important that artists be seen and celebrated in their full glory. It's the nature of the beast. We need to be praised, and that is okay. Actually, it's wonderful. A celebration on this level could mean a gallery reception or a book launch party, magazine reviews, even TV coverage, like my student Kim Willen, whose project was featured on a Verizon Fios television program.
I'm able to take more classes and work more seriously, so I'd say I'm trying to shift from being more of a hobbyist to someone who's a little more serious.
As part of the Conversations with the Artist series, hosted by photographer Rob Goldman, Willen is opening up her art and her home in her first exhibition.
The idea behind this is for her work to inspire other people to say that they can find their voice, they can find their strength, they can find themselves.
When you thrive, your positive creative energy is contagious, and you'll find yourself living alive in the biggest way possible. And step 5 is to radiate inspiration. Those around you will experience your glow and the positive effect that you have on them. It may take a while for them to get used to the level of passion and energy that you now exude, but trust me, they will love the most amazing you. When we resonate at a higher vibration, the world around us starts to change. We buzz, and synchronicity and seeming miracles fall into our laps, and we come to realize success like never before, as artists and as human beings. This is perfect for you if you're ready to take your photography to the next level. It's perfect if you want to use your photography as a way to express yourself artistically and creatively. And it's ideal for photographers who want to cultivate their own style, to have your work really stand out and be celebrated for your talent? Are you ready to work on an exhibit or to have your photos published maybe in magazines or in books? Or is it time to turn your passion into your career? Maybe your kids have recently left the nest and you can finally pursue your dream to become the celebrated photographer you always imagined you could be. Approached in a very specific way, photography can function as a self-development laboratory with more benefits than you could possibly imagine. Not only do you get to engage daringly in your life and your art, but your photographs offer magnificent evidence of your evolution. It's ideal for people who are ready to transcend their self-imposed limitations and cultivate their courage, their conviction, and most importantly, their creative expression. The art of photography and the creative process had the potential to be used as tools for personal transformation. And I felt this deep calling to dig deeply into that first as a practitioner, as an artist, and then eventually as an educator and as a coach to share those findings and to share a methodology that I feel really came through me. It was my photography practice that empowered me to cultivate the vision and confidence to make the changes in my life that have landed me where I am today. And that process I just had to teach and share. Now, what happens when you don't change? What happens when your spirit is set to fly, but your fears and insecurities keep you second guessing, stuck? Sort of like a thoroughbred at the starting gate, you're bursting with passion and power, with no one to fire that starting pistol and swing open the gate. Now imagine this instead. You're that same horse at that same gate with that same overflowing intensity, but this time, boom, you're off. You're living alive. Your soul, your body, and your mind are synthesized, working hand in hand to bring you across the finish line. Your creative energy is translated into magnificent photographs, and you are expansive and alive. When passion is the fuel that propels your actions, there is nothing that can stand in the way of the manifestation of your dreams. But first, you have to be willing to have the courage to dream. I want you to really understand the power of this program. So I asked a few of my students if they'd be willing to share their insights and their experience. This way you can really understand what I mean when I say that this is a transformational program. Here's what Carrie had to say. My work has just never been the same since I took the first Shooting from the Heart program. I was challenged in ways that I've never been challenged before, to really look within. To me, it's invaluable. And Katie added, when I met you, I found my voice. My camera became my means of communication, and it became my voice for what I really wanted to say, not what everyone expected me to be, do, and say. And here is Monica's reflection. It's changed everything. It's changed the way I think about my photography. It's changed the way I think about my life. It's changed the way I think about myself. It's changed everything. If you've gotten this far in the video, then it's fair to say that we're probably a good fit. But the only way to know for sure is for us to schedule a one-on-one portfolio review. And that way we can sit down together, we can look at your work, we can assess your goals, we can just come to better understand the nature of where you're really looking to go with this work. It may seem crazy that photography can be such a powerful tool, but think about it. When you allow yourself to imagine a version of yourself that is passionate, courageous, expressive, and real, and then you create photographs of evidence of that reality, you are actualizing a new you. You are delivering proof to the universe that what you've imagined for yourself is true. I'm telling you, it works. It's like sending coded messages to the gods, and the next thing you know, you're thriving in a different reality. There is nothing like living a creative life that is drenched with passion and purpose, and shooting from the heart offers that path. So don't put it off. Just click that button below. Let's get your portfolio review scheduled, and let's do this. I really hope to see you soon.